This is Sonder. This is a track produced by myself. The track also recorded by J3 and Izzy. Right now it's still in production, but for now it's called Sonder because that's the name I came up with it when I was writing it. When I composed it. This track is in this video. I'll just explain about the elements that are in the track and what made me come up with the track, the idea for the track, and how we got J3 and Izzy to record it eventually and whatnot, and any production bits that you'll need to know about this particular track. Yeah, so first of all, I started this track back in December 29th, December 2018 on the 29th, around like made it around New Year's. I was bored at home, just came up. I was listening to a lot of like Afro swing stuff, Caribbean Afro stuff, specifically Burna Boy. I really just got into Burna Boy, and I was listening to this track called Yay, and I really liked the way it started and the way it was composed and like just all the elements of it. I'll play a little bit of it. Yeah, so Burna Boy Yay, as you see, I just love like the pianos and the way it just is arranged and put together, and it gives you like a rocky kind of vibe, which I get a lot from soca music, like calypso music, soca music for me, and I wanted to get that same effect. Um, I changed a bit of stuff since the last time I worked on it, in December. Uh, I have different version histories, but I'm not really gonna get into that. But let's say I started off with the keys. I originally used a piano, but I felt like it needed to be have a softer touch. I'm only realizing now that the whole track was done in F minor. But yeah, at the time I was just going off the top, whatever sounded right. What just playing by ear. I started with the keys, so I have B minor, F, B minor, A flat. Yeah, so yeah, I just tried a bit of different stuff. Then of course I just layered it up. I use this Bomb EP, which is another electronic piano that I used. I did it. Uh, is I just did some tweaking on it. I can't specifically remember. Like I just messed with the phase a bit, the tremolo, the chorus, and I saved it because I liked it. I liked how it sounded. Yeah, I just layered it up with the same Waltzer classic. Yeah, just to give it that thing. It's not as fancy as the piano you hear in Yay, but I just wanted to keep it simple in a way that it's a really you could do a lot with the lyrics because I thought about what, this would be a good starting for a good summer track or something, just where a vocalist would come in and just do as much as they can. That's usually what I think about in my tracks, so I really try not to overwhelm them with so many different melodies and things going on. uh I did add some reverb on it, Fab Filter, It's just a large space just to give it a bit more depth and just to sound cool, I guess. This plugin is the F Fab Filter Twin. I was just messing around. It's the same thing, just layered up, but this one is more of an ARP. But I really liked how it sounded. I added this later, a bit later in the work while working on this session. Yeah, so it sounds how this is how everything sounds together. Yeah. Uh, Another layer of synth, because why not? Yeah. So that's what I did for the melody wise, getting somewhere, just the main concept of the song. Then I added some piano. I wasn't really happy with the piano, which is why I switched to the electric piano. Yeah. So after that, I worked on the drums. Now the drums are a bit unorthodox in a sense, because I just go crazy with the percussion, because I just like weird stuff. Hi hats, Logic stuff, and Ultra Beat, side stick or samples I got off of Splice. Most of the percussion I got off of Splice. Yeah, most of the percussion I got off of Splice. And yeah, the only thing I didn't get that would have caused a possible issue was this bed squeak noise. I just thought it was weird and cool, but I might not keep it in the mix, so I'm not totally concerned about having it there, or worrying about clearing it and samples and all that. I just found it on the internet. I looked because I heard it on a couple tracks. I heard it on like memes and stuff on the internet. I've heard it on like old R&B songs. I can't think of specific ones at the moment, but I know it's been. Oh, you know what? I can think about it. I can think about it. It has been used in this track by Ty Dolla $ign and DJ Mustard. Or nah. But if you listen to Or Nah by Ty Dolla $ign, those of you listen to, yeah, here it is. So if you really listen to that track, like in the mix, like back of the mix, it's like a little squeaking thing, and that's that sample. It's been really used in a lot of like hip hop samples over the years, and I just thought it was really cool. But I might not keep it. We'll only know until like the end of the mix. But yeah, the drums. These are the percussions. I'm just gonna play them all because they're all over the place. So we have this side stick here. I really liked it. Just add a bit of compression, Logic compression, a little bit of reverb, hi-hat bank. I just love adding a trail mono on my hi-hats. Just have them all over the place in the mix. This is iron thing. I don't know what it is, but I just liked it. Well, it's obviously a drum or something, Congo or something. Yeah. Same thing, a different one. Added this reverb space, nothing complicated. Yeah, and that another iron thing. I'm being really non-specific right here because it's really weird explaining these things because you kind of at the moment you just go off of feeling and what sounds right. But yeah, all these I got from Splice and other samples I've collected, royalty free samples, of course. Yeah, anything. And then once I got these, I started on the kicks. I started on the kicks. Started on the kicks. So with everything together. Yeah, so the reason I have three kicks because I wasn't sure about what the kind of hit I wanted. I just going off the top, just EQ'd a bunch of stuff. I was just really experimenting at the time, and the bass is a bit unusual, because it wasn't quite as afro as I as it wasn't quite as afro as I was going for, but I just kind of worked with it. I used one of the Logic preset based. I think subby bass. I think that's what I used. Yeah, I have it here. I have it here. Yeah, Stinger bass. That's what I used. Yeah, so it was the closest thing to me for a real bass, and I can't play real bass, so I just had to work with it, and this is what I did. And then I just thought to myself, why not just add layer it with a 808, and I did that. I changed the 808 a number of times, but it's still the same. It still follows the same melody as the acoustic bass, the MIDI acoustic bass, I should say. It's just in a lower octave. Excuse me. Yeah. So that's what I did for the 808. And of course, this is how everything sounds with the keys and all the layers of keys and pianos I did. Excluding the pianos for right now. Yeah, and that's what I did. Anything else was a bit just adding like little extra bits to just make it different in a sense. Yeah, and this is where I added the pianos just to like add emphasis to certain verses and stuff. I also did something interesting because earlier in the video I talked about being really having a real Caribbean influence, and I did that with like these like Caribbean steel drums, steel pans, and this Latin kind of synth thing I found. Yeah, vibraphone. That's what it is. And I had this Caribbean drums follow it. So yeah, that's what I did for this track for Sonder, and it's pretty much the same whole way through. The only thing as the at the bridge, I changed up the bass a bit. Yeah, change up the bit of the bass, and that's basically the track. I added these percussions a bit later in the mix recently, I must admit. Some claps and stuff. I just like extra stuff from Splice that I got. Yeah, claps and stuff. Yeah, yeah. I just really like tickling the airs in a mix, and just like so much going on, but at the same time, it's really simple. But yeah, that's basically it. Now, I had no intention for this beat to be worked on any moment. I sent it off to a DJ friend I had, but he didn't do anything with it, or he didn't really give me much of an opinion on it. So I figured that okay, it wasn't done. But when I played it for J3 and Izzy on the 16th of April when we had that session, they really liked it and they wanted to record to it, and they did a really good job in coming up with something for it. And we worked on it earlier this week. We worked on the mix earlier this week, and I was able to send it to them send them the bounce. And yeah, they did a pretty good job on the beat. Pretty good job. Yeah, so that's what they did, and yeah, I think that's fantastic. It was really good. It's a really summery track, and they made it into something I never thought that it could have been. Mainly due to their like South, they're from South Croydon, and that they get that influence a lot down in South Croydon. It's like a mixture of between like African and Caribbean cultures down there. So it's really sick. It's really a really summery kind of track, makes you want to dance and stuff. So hopefully over the next couple of weeks that we work on it, that it'll be released, and we'll get really good feedback from it. Yeah. So thank you for watching.